Thank you, Margarita, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we want to raise awareness about the Eastern Mediterranean region and the Middle East. This will either be a region of conflicts and crises, of failed states and extremism, or it will be a region of peace and stability, of opportunities and cooperation. And this depends, amongst others, on how strong and effective the EU involvement with the region will be. For sure, this is not a region to be ignored. If we do so, we would run the risk of allowing extremist forces to destabilize the region, raising global security concerns, creating humanitarian crises, leading to the disruption of maritime and energy routes, and of course, to renewed migration pressures. And it is for these reasons that we are obliged as a union to become much more engaged with the region. We have an interest and not just a moral obligation to offer support to moderate governments, to facilitate the resolution of conflicts, to invest in education, and never to turn a blind eye to state or non-state actors which have a destabilizing agenda. Take the example of Lebanon. This is a country which we, Cypriots, feel very close to, not only geographically, but in every conceivable way. It is a country which is attempting a new start, and it is our obligation to stand by Lebanon in this effort. And let me acknowledge at this point the presence of my friend and colleague from the Parliament of Lebanon, Elias Hankash, who will speak to us shortly, but also the ambassador of Lebanon, who is honoring us with her presence. Ladies and gentlemen, as I have mentioned, renewed migration pressures from the Middle East is something we must guard against. If unchecked, migration can have a devastating effect on our societies and our democracies. Among others, it may be the single most important factor for the rise of populism in the European Union. It also jeopardizes our ability to offer a helping hand to refugees and people who are in real need. I should, of course, make a distinction between unchecked and illegal migration from legal migration, which is absolutely necessary and beneficial for our economic well-being. So, ladies and gentlemen, we also want to raise awareness about the dilemmas of our migration policies. And for this, we are honored to have with us Commissioner Vice President Schinas. It was under his leadership that the European Union has made decisive strides in this direction. We also have with us the members of the German Parliament, the Bundestag, Mr. Stefan Mayer and Ms. Mechthild Wittmann. Thank you for being present. Also, Mr. Vid Novotny, the expert on migration issues of the Martens Center, and of course, Professor Manos Karayanis, who is also head of the Academic Council of our institute. And thanks, of course, to the Martens Center and to Hans Seidel Foundation, our partners, partner think tanks, for joining us in this effort. And thank you all for attending.